So I haven't been taken back from these movies like a lot of people have. I thought they were okay. Some of them I like more than the other ones, and yeah. So how did this fare out? That's what we're here to find out. This is Transformers: The Last Night.
Forgive me.
So yeah, Transformers is The Last Night. It's just really about Optimus going to Cybertron to see... What the fuck is that movie about? What the fuck is that movie? What is it about? So Transformers: The Last Night is about some shit that happens and stuff, and Optimus Prime turns evil. There you go. There you go, your plot. And every movie has its good and certainly its bad. Let's start off with the good stuff. So basically, this movie had great visuals. Didn't slack on it. Michael Bay, they gave him a budget. They gave him a big budget. And it comes off in like just the visuals, the action, the CG, everything in this movie. Like, this movie looked good. Michael Bay, that's one thing I can say about him, is that he has some good looking movies, especially with the CG. They did not slack on this. But I enjoy the look of the visuals, the Transformers and everything that go along with it. The action, the fight scenes and all this stuff was actually done pretty well. So I enjoyed that. And the acting was okay. I mean, it wasn't like, high caliber. But, I enjoyed the acting from all the characters. It was actually pretty good. And what's that? I think that was it for the likes. So yeah, this movie heavily lacks on the humor. The humor is not there. I can't remember myself laughing at anything in this movie. It wasn't even a hit or miss thing. It was just like a total miss. Like, the jokes did not work. They were just, I can say I probably maybe smiled or smirk every now, not even every now and then, maybe like once or twice, but overall, just this movie, no, it was not funny at all. Like, I don't know if it was the same people from the last ones and stuff like that, or they got somebody new, but it just didn't work at all. And character development was just, it was certain characters where you wanted to get to know a little bit more, but Michael Bay wanted to fit a whole bunch of just nonsense in this movie, to where it's like, oh, you don't need to know about that person. Let's see some machines blow up and shoot people and make races and just these type of jokes. And it really wasn't there. This movie, things happen. I mean, it really doesn't have like a real narrative. It's like the only thing notable that you can pull from this is just that Optimus Prime turns evil. There's nothing else to this movie. It's just shit happens. The first 2 acts of this film are filler. Like, it really is. Like, this movie seems like it's 2 different movies. Like, the first 2 acts are just a regular Transformer movie. And then the 3rd act is a completely different Transformers movie. And actually, the 3rd act is this Transformers movie. And it's like they didn't mold it together. It was just a big mess. Like, when you have majority of your film as filler, you start to realize, like, did they really have an idea of what they wanted to do with this? They might have had an idea with the Optimus Prime thing, but everything else is like, what can we do to make this movie fit this time frame? And it went downhill from there. And I don't know, you guys might find this as a spoiler. I mean, just to let you know, maybe fast forward, a couple minutes, but it took too long to get to the advertised, to what the movie is about, which is Optimus Prime turning evil. Optimus Prime does not turn evil until the last act of the movie. And by the time he turns evil, he turns back good. 10 minutes it lasts. 10 minutes out of the whole 2.5 hour movie. And it's like that scene that's advertised in the whole trailer. That's what the scene is. That's that scene. That's it. If you look at the whole trailer, you really don't see too much of Optimus Prime doing evil stuff, because that was the only scene that he was actually truly evil in. I mean, I'm sorry if I'm telling you that's a spoiler, but... And it has a lot of characters that it introduced and ditched. Basically, I'm going to get more into all of this in my spoiler review, but, you know, it's just whatever. And like, why? And certain characters in there, it was a big mess. And the length, it was too long. This movie literally could have benefited from being shorter. This movie was entirely too long. It did not need to be 2.5 hours long. It literally could have been at the very most, 2 hours long. But this movie was entirely too long, and you feel it. You really feel it. This movie was just very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. And as an action film, did it do its job? It did its job. If you want to go into this movie, you want to rent it or whatever when it comes out, or buy it, and you just want to watch a movie, just mindless action, throw your brain away and just have fun, go ahead. You probably will have fun out of this world. Don't even worry about the continuity and everything else that goes along with it. As a movie itself, it was just, that's this movie. But as a good movie, no, this is just a bad movie. Just all around, just a bad movie. It had a gang of stuff working against it. And I just found myself just not enjoying this movie by the end of the movie. I got it. I was enjoying it to a certain point, but after a while, it went snowballing downhill, and it just took out the whole town. So with that, I'll give it a 4. I mean, it has some redeeming qualities up in there. It has some enjoyment out of it. But other than that, majority of the film was just throwaway. Like, throw the whole film away and just don't even speak of it again. And that's really all I gotta say about this piece of shit. Thank you for joining me on this movie review of Transformers: The Last Knight. Check out my spoiler review, which is up right now, which I get more depth into a lot of the other stuff that I didn't get on in this initial non-spoiler review. And everything is down there in the description below. And I will catch you guys on the next movie review. Peace.